Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. JD here again. Not too much for the mail call this week. I got one new kit in. Outside of everything else, I got a couple of figures, anime figures. I got a quick release for my new airbrush. That's about it. But I did get a Accord wagon kit from Aoshima. We got a version of this wagon, I think, here in the States. Not exactly like this, but we did get, because I remember with this body style, there is somebody I used to see on the Bay Bridge when I used to haul mail, had a really nice one. It was lowered and whatever, tricked out. This is my second Accord wagon that I've gotten. I have another one. I can't remember what body style it is, but it's a little older than this one, or newer or something. It's in my stash somewhere. I like these. You know, we'd only got a few Accord wagons. We had a couple of different body styles of this, but it's a nice kit. The other one I have is an SI or SIR, something like that. I'll have to dig it out someday. But, you know, I love wagons. It's a really nice kit. I looked in the box. Looks cool. Typical Aoshima curbside kit, but it looks very cool. That'll be a fun build for someday. And I figured since I don't have much in the way of anything in the mail that I got, I would show off a couple of my model trains. This, focus in on this, see if I can get a little bit closer, is a Athearn HO scale GP15, California Northern GP15. I got this because when I first moved out here to the valley, I lived at my ex-wife's house in Newman, and I saw this locomotive all the time, this exact same locomotive. And when I saw the number on it, I was like, I need to get that because I see it every day. I ran this locomotive on my friend Gary's layout. He lives up in Sacramento. And it's got sound. It's DCC. It is very, very cool. When I got it, I had to put one of these screens back on. But I also have an Athearn Genesis GP38-2 Union Pacific because I love this. Whoops, not even in the picture. I love this locomotive so much, and just the fact that I saw it every day, pretty much every day when I lived in Newman, I knew I had to have it, and I love this thing. It almost makes me want to switch back to HO scale, but not quite. You know, not quite, because it takes up too much room, and I have a passion for passenger trains that HO scale in my space would not be able to accommodate. I also got, this is a Atlas genset. I live about a mile or two from the Modesto and Empire Traction Railroad. It's a little industrial railroad here in Modesto. I have seen this locomotive in person. It's the engine shops are across the street from a place I sometimes deliver to. I'm not a particular fan of gensets. I think they look kind of wonky. I hear they're not the greatest locomotives in the world. But again, because I saw this one in person and it's around the corner from my house, I had to have it. And again, I took it to my friend Gary's house, who is a old railroader, and he doesn't like gensets, but he was so impressed with the way the thing sounds and the way it runs and everything, he actually had to buy his own. But that's just a couple of my HO scale locomotives. I have a few other ones. I have a Western Pacific, because I'm a big WP fan. I have a Western Pacific Broadway Limited SW1500, which I think I've actually seen at the I think I saw it at the museum in Sacramento. Or not the Sacramento, up at Portola, 1503, and I have an N-scale model of the same engine. I also have a Broadway Limited ST9, Southern Pacific ST9, that I'm kind of, it doesn't have the light package that Southern Pacific has, so it's going to be, work to convert it because it has to, if it's SP, it has to have the, everybody who knows SP knows that they had all those really wacky light packages on the ends of their locomotives back in the 70s. And I love them. They call them Cadillacs because the crews love the way they ride. They ride really smooth. And I grew up with those. And living in San Jose, I saw a bunch of them. And I saw a bunch when I lived in Santa Rosa before the other railroads took over, the Northwestern Pacific. California Northern, the other locomotive, they ran the old Northwestern Pacific for a while, and they had these really pretty TP-15s that were green and white. And I'm thinking about getting one of those if I can find the right numbers, because I have a picture of a couple of them in Petaluma. But I'm hoping someday I will be able to build a small switching layout for my my HO scale stuff, just to have a place for them to run. Instead of having to take them, always taking them from Gary's house or taking to a club or something like that. But that's it. I have a bunch of other stuff. If I can dig it out, I might bring out some more of my stuff. I'm mostly modeling N scale, like you said in the last video. I'm mostly a WP early 70s modeler when I get my layout ready. I have a Kato California Zephyr and some WP F units to pull it, that's my goal. If I spend a lot of money on that train, and I really want to be able to run it eventually someplace instead of just leaving it in the box like it's been. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope I didn't lose any of the car guys with train stuff, but that's my other passion, is trains. And I hope everybody enjoyed. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.